Welcome back to the Ridley Scott Review-a-thon, where I'm basically going through Ridley Scott's entire filmography and reviewing everything. So, yeah, it's been a fun ride, and we're getting really close. We're getting really close to the end. But this movie, I didn't see it when it came out, and it's a pretty recent movie. And I gotta be honest with you, I didn't have a whole lot of interest in it, but I had to watch it because it's Ridley. So let's talk about House of Gucci. When Patrizia Reggiani, an outsider from humble beginnings, marries into the Gucci family, her unbridled ambition begins to unravel their legacy and triggers a reckless spiral of betrayal, decadence, and revenge. The movie stars Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, Al Pacino, Jeremy Irons, and Jared Leto. Over his career, Ridley's been called a lot of different things, shallow, uh, not a whole lot of substance and all that stuff. But one thing that I don't think anybody will disagree. Ridley's movies, technically, they're unparalleled. Nobody makes movies like Ridley does, at least in my opinion. The way that his camera moves, the way that everything is set up. I love his production design. Production design is in this movie in particular is Arthur Max. Arthur Max has done many of Ridley's movies, along with costume designer Janty Yates. She's been there with Ridley over the years as well. And the cinematography in this movie is Darius Wolski. And it's beautiful. It's a beautifully shot movie. I don't think technically there's anything wrong with the movie, period. But let's talk about the acting. Look, Lady Gaga is one of those people that over the years I've been kind of like, she's pretty good. She's pretty good. She is amazing in this movie. I wasn't interested in this movie going in, but she kept me locked in. She's really, really good, and she just disappears into this role of Patrizia. She's awesome. She's really, really good, and she was up for an Oscar for Best Actress. So yeah, the rest of the supporting cast, really, really good as well. You've got Adam Driver, you've got Al Pacino, you've got Jeremy Irons, and you've got Salma Hayek in a role. Like, I didn't even know she was in the movie, but all of them do a great job of supporting. In my opinion, this movie is about Patrizia, right? It's about her and her sort of rise to power and fall from grace. But there's one actor that really sticks out, and you know who I'm talking about. I know that he's got his fans, but Jared Leto is I don't even know. Like, I don't know how you can do what he did in front of, actual Italians, like Al Pacino, and not have like the slightest bit of you know like did anybody say, "Hey, are you just doing Mario? Like the Mario voice?" Like, seriously, his performance is shocking in a like I'll say this, the makeup is beautiful. The makeup is great. You cannot tell that it's Jared Leto. But it's like, how did you decide that that's the voice you were going to go with? Now, look, I'm not one of those people when it comes to a movie that's based on a true story. I don't think you have to get as close as possible to the people, the actual people that you're portraying in a film. But this goes way above and beyond. He's literally a cartoon in this movie, and it's shocking. I'm actually surprised that at one point he didn't go, wow. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to do Mario, just go all the way. I bring up Jared Leto in this way because I actually feel that it breaks the movie a little bit. Now, here's the thing. I'm to be perfectly honest with you, there were some lines that Jared Leto says that actually made me laugh. Like, he made me laugh multiple times in the movie. And the movie is weird because it's almost got this comedy thing going on, I would say, in the first 2/3. And then the movie gets really serious. And then he sticks out even more because it's like, why is this cartoon character in this movie? I just don't understand it. It makes the movie feel very uneven. Since this is based on a true story, I can't really fault the storytelling other than the fact that it feels it changes tone. Like I said, in the third act, the movie changes tone, and it's odd. It's an odd switch. I mean, I get it because reality happened. There were things that happened in real life that if you're going to tell this story, I think that you need to cover. But it was just an odd transition. And then again, when you still have this, look, I don't want to sit here and just completely harp on Jared Leto, but I think everybody else did a really good job in the movie, and they all kind of know what movie they're in. And then Jared Leto is off in the distance, and he's talking like this, and it's like, what is going on? So how do I judge this movie? I think overall as a package, I think it's fine. It's a middle of the road movie, but here's I really think that if Jared Leto had played his part a little more subdued and fit in more with the rest of the tone of the movie, I mean, I think Al Pacino put in one of his best performances in probably years. Lady Gaga again up for an Academy Award for her performance. I thought Adam Driver was great. Jeremy Irons, I will say, even though I don't think he did a bad job, I didn't quite buy him as Al Pacino's brother. Like they don't really look alike or sound alike, but other than that, pretty good. And Salma Hayek plays her part as well as she can. But like I said, it's just an odd movie. It's like a true story with this cartoon character in it, and it's just odd. So score, right? I mean, everybody wants a score. I would probably say it's like a 2 3/4 star out of 4. Probably like a 6.5 out of 10. For me, 7 out of 10 or 3 out of 4 is a recommended from me. To me, it's not quite recommended. Um, I just don't. It's I don't know. It's such a it's such a weird movie, and I'm still struggling with what I think about it. Now you might be wondering why I'm not holding up a Blu-ray or a 4K, and it's because when this movie, when I was basically acquiring all of my Ridley Scott movies for the Ridley Scott Review-a-thon, this was only available on Blu-ray, and the digital was 4K. And I was like, well, I don't really need to buy the Blu-ray if it doesn't have anything that's not available elsewhere. And again, the digital copy was, or the digital version was in 4K. It's better quality. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy that. Well, recently, I think it was Shout Factory, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it's Shout. Anyway, they came out with a 4K disc of it, and I'm honestly glad I didn't pay the extra money for the 4K disc, because I can't see myself watching this movie again. So anyway, look, House of Gucci remains a again, quality when it comes to direction, when it comes to the production design, the cinematography, everything's perfect. The movie looks amazing. It looks rich. You know what I mean? It's beautifully done. So I can't fault Ridley really at all. It's just that weird oddball performance by Jared Leto. So I'm curious, what do you think about House of Gucci? Did you like this movie? Were you disappointed with it? Some people love Jared Leto's performance, and then of course he also won a Razzie for his performance. Yeah. So yeah, it's either going to be for you or it's not. So I'm curious what everybody thinks about it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. That at one point he didn't go, wow, you know what I mean? Like,